Instagram here. We have Google Hangouts here as well. And it's time to have some fun. So let's see what I can bring up here. Okay. So we got a lot going on here. I am going to move this just a little bit so you can see my face. I'm actually manipulating both of you all. So I have, there we go. Okay. So now that I got that together. So we got IG here and we also have YouTube here. Now what we're talking about today is how to gain weight on a vegan diet. Matt Ski in the building, my man. Love you guys. You guys are doing great, by the way. I just want to let you know, coming from me, the vegan trainer, that I have not seen people as on it, I'll just say on it, as you and Tanya. I don't know if that's a California thing, but you guys are killing it on the program. So good job to my man, Matt Ski on Instagram. Hello, everybody on YouTube. Just want to say, yes, we're doubling it up. Okay, so I have Instagram and YouTube in the building. And today, what are we going to talk about? We are talking about how to gain muscle. And Instagram, you can't see that. But we're talking about how to gain muscle or gain weight on a vegan diet. Because a lot of people have these questions. How do I gain weight? What do I do? How do I get it the right way? And we're going to talk about that today live. So you can ask questions. This is a full conversation that I really want to address, the right way, because people think weight is weight, and that's not necessarily true. So we're going to talk about how to gain weight on a vegan diet. Start posting your questions right now so that I can go ahead and get rolling, okay? Hey, from Brazil. That's what I'm talking about. What's up, Brazil? I love Brazil. I've never been, but I have a great idea of what it's like. And I definitely want to go to Brazil really soon. So send me some blessings, send me some good juju. We call it juju. Send me some good juju so I can get to Brazil. Hello from Germany. What's up, Germany? I love it. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to be coming from other places outside of the U.S. because right now, in most places, the U.S. is going through a huge rush hour thing right now. So everybody's probably coming from work in a car or just going crazy. So let's get started. I don't know how many questions you have, but I'm just going to jump on out on the subject. So basically, my situation, I got pretty skinny on the vegan diet as well. I'll be honest there. And it's because I went raw vegan. And me being a trainer, me being knowledgeable and, working out and nutrition, things like that, I wasn't afraid of getting skinny. So I just wanted to kind of experiment with some things. And yes, I lost a lot of weight. I'm sure as a lot of you did when you went plant-based or raw vegan. Now, how did I gain 25 pounds in less than almost 3 months? Now, for the record, I just want to say, no, I am not doing any crazy stuff. No, I don't take any, a lot of people are like, are you natty? Yes, I'm natty. I don't take anything. I don't even eat tofu, as much. So if I don't eat soy and all these other things, you damn sure know that I do not take any illegal substances, no Dianabol, no steroids, no craziness. I love apple juice. So I'm getting ready to pop this open and drink. But I do not take any drugs, so that just lets you know that. Yes, I drink out of the jar because I'm gangster like that, all right? It's my jar. Nobody drinks out of it but me. So the way I gained weight was simply nutrition and workouts, lifting, okay? Now, for most of you, you probably don't want to hear the lifting part because it's hard. Nobody wants to get under some heavy weight. Nobody wants to do the day in, the day out stuff. Nobody wants to be meticulous in their approach. And usually that's what, accountability partner is for. Whether that partner is someone who just works out with you, whether you're hiring an in-person trainer or online coach, something needs to be there to push you to the next level, because I guarantee you're not going to want to do it on your own. But it's crucial that you lift heavy, relatively heavy, because if you're squatting, 135 may be heavy for you. For me, I may be able to do 315. It's relative. Now, the reason why you need to lift heavy is because lifting heavy weight is what strikes growth. If you want to grow or gain weight, I'm sure you want it to be shapely weight. For men, you want it to be biceps and triceps and chest and shoulders. For the ladies, I'm sure you want it to be, hips or butt. You want to have some, you may still want to have some nice arms, some nice shoulders, nice chest, things like that. But the reason why you want to lift weight and eat the correct way is because I'm sure most of you don't want the weight gain to be fat. And that's what I really want to touch on, because I get a lot of comments and questions about how to gain weight as a vegan. How do you gain weight? How do you gain weight? And honestly, weight is relative. What kind of weight are you talking about? Because if you want to gain fat, I'll just tell you to eat sugar, okay? Or I'll just tell you to go eat a lot of oil. So I'm sure most of you all don't want to gain fat. That's not what you're asking me. You're asking me something else. So what we talk about basically is doing it the right way, because I want you to have that nice butt, that nice little rump, because I like women with rumps, okay? Does anybody say rumps anymore? I like women with nice butts. I like women who have a good shape, okay? So we're going to talk about how to get that shape. So first of all, and if any of you have questions, be sure to comment, be sure to leave a question. YouTube, you can leave the questions in the group chat. Instagram, you can leave the questions right at the bottom. So let's get going. So rule number 1 to gaining weight as a vegan, if you don't want to be, gaining the wrong type of weight, is to get a good protein source. Now, of course, you don't need a lot of protein as a vegan. I'm not one of those guys who, I'm not going to push a lot of protein on you. You don't need as much as they told us. You don't need 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. That is not true, because I've gained lots of weight with way less, okay? So what I suggest is taking in about half of that, okay? And especially if you're doing a lot of carbs, you can take in half of the protein that they tell you to. You can still gain some good weight, especially if you're eating plant-based sources, because this is absorbed a lot better, okay? So get a good protein source. Some of my protein sources are quinoa, which I just had some quinoa, it's really good. Lentils or other legumes, black beans, other grains, kamut, spelt, amaranth. We could name a few of those. Rice, I'm hit or miss with rice. I'm not a real big fan of rice, just because I like quinoa better. But you can do quinoa, kamut, spelt, teff. Black rice is okay. On the other side, you can go into your lentils, black beans, garbanzo beans or chickpeas, which I love. I love hummus as well, so you can do some hummus. That's a good source of, decent source of protein. You can also go to the ocean, which is where a lot of people mess up, because a lot of people are asking, where do you get these protein sources as a vegan? And we miss the fact that most people say, if they ask me, are you vegan? I say yes. They go, do you eat fish? I don't know if some of you, comment below if you all get that same, reaction. Like, do you eat fish as a vegan? I get that a lot. And I think the reason why is because, well, first of all, most people think that fish is the bottom line of the thing that people need. It's in the Bible, it's in other places, that's the first thing people go, oh, Jesus ate fish. Well, I'm not going there. I'm not gonna go there. But I think that's what's in people's minds. And I see, yeah, you do too. So a lot of people get that. Do you eat fish at least? And it's like, no, I don't eat fish. And then they go, where do you get your protein? So me personally, I tell them, hey, I skip the middleman. What do I mean by that? I skip the middleman, meaning the fish. What does the fish eat? What the hell does the fish eat? And when you tell me that, then that's what I'll go eat. Because honestly, we're just eating the fish for what the fish ate. So in that case, we go and we eat things like, I personally like chlorella. That is a great form of protein, okay? Spirulina is pretty good as well. Spirulina and chlorella are really close to like beef as far as the amount of protein that they have, and it's very bioavailable. So the body pretty much absorbs a great deal of it. Also, there's a thing called, I can get my protein from where you get your protein. I like that. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. I get my protein from where your protein got its protein. I love that. Yes, that's exactly how I feel. I skip the middleman. I'm from the hood. So where we come from, we're always trying to find the cheapest way. We're always trying to find the best way. So we skip the middleman. So the fish is the middleman in this case. And I was always taught to skip the middleman. All right. So I go and I eat the sea vegetables, seaweed, kelp, dulse. Also, like I said, you can get into the spirulina, the chlorella. All of these algae have multiple, benefits. Protein, for one. They have some of the omegas that people are looking for. A lot of people are talking about B12. You can get your B vitamins as well from the ocean. So I had a lady tell me that, oh, I don't know what you're going to do without B12. I said, well, I'll eat from the ocean. Okay, I do what I've been doing. So there's many things that you can get from the ocean. So that's what we do. Okay. Number 2, outside of protein, make sure you are eating carbs. Never looked at it that way. Absolutely, absolutely. I gained 10 pounds since I was vegan. Sweet. Okay, I hope you was intentionally trying to gain 10 pounds since you were vegan. But on the other hand, carbs, and this is what I want to talk about, because a lot of people do gain weight, and that's on accident. And the reason they gain weight when they first go vegan is because they start eating everything that's carbs, okay? When you go vegan, there's going to be a lot of carbs. I mean, a busload of carbs. And if you eat too many carbs and you don't work out enough to counteract that, you will gain weight. So ladies, if you just want to gain weight, you want the butt. Fellas, you want the chest and the arms. That's probably going to be the best way to gain weight. It's just pack on some carbs, okay? I've seen lots of women, even a couple of my clients, who don't necessarily do their workouts the way I want them to. I've seen women pack on a huge amount of weight in their butt, in the butt area, in the thigh area, because that's basically where women hold their weight anyway, in the butt, in the stomach kind of, and in the thighs. So I've seen a lot of women. One lady I'm thinking of in particular, she gained a lot of weight in her butt just from going vegan. And it wasn't just, I don't want you to think that it was just a vegan diet that did it. We intentionally did butt exercises, leg exercises, repetitive, on a repetitive basis. And that's how we did it. Okay, she gained a nice rump, if you want to say that, and thighs and things like that. And she was happy. So, and I think she gained 10 pounds in the first 3 months of going vegan. So for those of you who are trying to, what's going on, brother? I think that's brother. Yeah, what's going on, brother? The Fairy 86. I'm doing great. Of course, we're doing a live stream on how to gain weight as a vegan. So if you know anybody, share the stream on YouTube. I'm sure there's a lot of people trying to gain weight as a vegan. So be sure to share the stream so they can get some of this info. If they don't get it, of course, it will be on my YouTube channel. Healthy muscle. That's right. We got to get that healthy muscle. By the way, I love your page. Let's see. Trying to lose some tummy. What do you suggest? When you're trying to lose weight, which I want to stick with this because I got another stream that's coming about that. But when you're trying to lose weight, honestly, you just have to burn more than you take in. That's just how it goes. So, we do fasting. If you've ever seen anything that I've done, you know that I fast a lot. And in fact, I'm doing a very long fast coming up in the next few days. The reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to gain or I'm going to lose some weight before I go to LA. Shout out to all of my LA people, or shout out to my California people, period. Can't wait to meet you. But if you are looking to lose weight, we fast for that. So that allows the body to tap into the fat storage. Also for lifting or for gaining weight, because I got to get back to that, can't divert from the subject. When it comes to gaining weight, the reason why we want to gain weight or the reason why we want to lift, my biggest PR, I got to answer this. What's your biggest PR? Personal record is what PR stands for those of you who don't know. My biggest PR is probably the deadlift. I got about 495 pounds on the deadlift. If you go to my Instagram, you will see the video. I think I put it on YouTube, not sure. But that's how I do it, okay? Carbs, proteins, lift. Now, what are some of the things that you can do while lifting to gain the weight? Because a lot of people go in there and they lift some comfortable weight is what I call it. And they're doing these little, oh yeah, I'm just doing some weight. They go pick up some, I don't know, 10-pound dumbbells. And that's fine if that's what you can lift. But my philosophy is if you can lift it more than 10 times, it's too light. Honestly, and that's kind of how I roll. I believe that you should put a huge stress on the body and it causes a huge response basically. And whatever weight you put on the body is going to adapt to it and it's going to grow. So that's what we do. Let's see. When I used to eat meat and dairies, I was always underweight. Hoping now I've started eating vegan and can gain. Well, you can gain. That's what we're talking about. So my YouTube channel, for those of you who are asking on Instagram, my YouTube channel is youtube.com/c/Taysweat, TAYSWEAT. Okay, go check it out. I've put up, I think, 150 videos on there already. So that's how we roll. Now, when it comes to gaining weight, like I said, you definitely want to be lifting something that causes more stress for the body to adapt to. When I think about going heavy, I usually do about 4 to 6 reps. Okay, and if I go over 6 reps, it's too light. Go get more weight. Okay, that's what I do. And that's what helps me to grow. This is how I gained 25 pounds in under 4 months. The videos on YouTube, I did before and after pictures and everything. So you definitely can see that. What made you go vegan? What made me go vegan was basically, I was sick. I was real sick. And that's what made me go vegan. I had diabetes. I had high blood pressure. I was 311 pounds. I was all jacked up. And if you see me now, my skin is clear. I lost that 100 pounds. I feel great. I'm strong as hell. I do what I do. My sex is better. I'm just being honest. Okay, I'm better in the bedroom. Everything is better. So this is what I do. And this is why I'll never go back. Who is a perfect example of buff vegans? Me. I'm buff. No, I'm kidding. If you don't like me, or if you're like, dude, you're not that damn big. 215 isn't that big. Mind you, I'm 6'3", so 215 doesn't look that big on me. I agree. But for buff vegans, if you want to go see more people, more examples, exactly, the vegan trainer, me. I'm the perfect example of buff vegans, all right? How tall are you? So I just told you, I'm 6'3", okay? I played basketball. After I lost weight, I was a hoop star, okay? So I get up there, I'll dunk on you, seriously. So that's what we do. So I'm basically doing this to show that even at 6'3", I can put on some weight. I can bench press 315. I can squat, over 315. I deadlift 495. This is what I do. And I want to show you how to do the same thing. Ladies too, don't be scared of the weight. I saw a lady with the best booty transformation ever, okay? She wanted to gain a butt and some thighs. And what she did was she continued to lift. And over time, this lady got to 225 pounds on the back squat. And this lady weighed maybe 140, something like that. Aloha! I'm 60-year young, raw vegan, healthy, and loving life. I love Miss Teresa. I love you. You are a perfect example of what I want my future wife to look like. 60 years old, still doing headstands and still just killing it. And vegan, raw vegan. Making some awesome stuff. That lady is awesome. I love you, by the way, okay? I know you're married, but I love you anyway. So this is what we're getting at, just basically lifting some weight, putting a stress on the body so that the body will grow. If you want to grow naturally, this is how you do it. Eat, lift, and sleep. And that leads me to my 4th thing. Sleep is huge. Most of the people who are lifting, I love doing heavyweight. Oh my God. Good. Lift that heavyweight, girl. I love women who lift heavy, so I just wanted to say that. But if you are not sleeping more than 6 hours a night, you are hurting yourself. Okay, seriously, you are hurting yourself, and that's if you're trying to lose weight or gain weight. You are hurting yourself. Hormones aren't going right. You aren't producing the needed recovery time for my people who are trying to gain weight. You're not producing that recovery time. You're not getting the REM sleep. You're not getting the recovery. The muscles that are broken down, they're not getting, built back up properly. So you definitely want to be getting some good sleep. For women, some women need 8 to 9 hours. They need more than we do. Thank you for that. I applaud you for empowering us with your advocacy of a vegan diet. I appreciate you, brother. That's a love right there. I love it. Appreciate it. But yes, you need to be getting sleep, because if you are not sleeping, there's many studies. You do not have to take my word for this. There are many studies talking about how lack of sleep is causing you to hold on to up to 30% more fat a year. This is a year, but it's causing you to hold on to a lot of fat. And if you're trying to get the gains, it's causing you to basically not be able to recover, which means you can't lift as heavy the next day. It just screws you up, y'all. I'm just being honest. For the people who just came in, I got my apple juice, so excuse me when I'm drinking. This is Martinelli's, by the way. Good stuff. Really good. Got a hole in my lip. No, but seriously, yes, I drink out of the glass. That's how I do. But I love to take in carbs like that. Okay, it's a lot of sugar. I agree. So for those of you who are trying to stay away from sugar, don't do a lot of juice. Okay. This brings me to my next point. People around me say vegans are small and weak. All right, I'm gonna show you something real quick. Take a snapshot of me and tell them that I'm vegan. Okay, just take a snapshot of that. All right. You got it? You got it? All right, now you tell them I'm vegan. Okay, take a snapshot of that as well. And next time you say, or they say, that vegans are weak, vegans are skinny, vegans are this and that, you can show them that picture, all right? And, and you can show them that we get it in. It just takes a little lifting, that's all. Just take a little lifting. So going on, let's see, featuring, where can I buy a shirt you're wearing? Oh, so for those of you who have been trying to buy a shirt for the longest, my team, they're very careful. So they want to make sure there was a demand, but now there is a demand. So if you want to buy one of these shirts, you can go to iamthevegantrainer.com/shop, and you can go get a shirt there. It's not, I tried to keep everything as cheap as possible. I'm not trying to make a big buck off of this stuff. I make money off of other stuff like real estate. I'm just doing this because I love veganism. I love training. And of course I do online coaching. That brings in some money too, but I'm really focused on real estate as far as money goes. So you don't have to worry about me trying to bust your head about anything. If you are interested in online coaching as well, you can go check that out on the same site. So we're getting gains right now. A couple of you are already in the training coaching program. So love it. Let's see. Tough Vegans is Nate Diaz. I don't know if Nate Diaz is vegan. I don't know. I'm not sure. Don't hold me to that. I just don't know. But yeah, what we're doing right now is, do you recommend increasing protein intake slightly for gains? Yes, absolutely. We talked about that a little earlier, which I'll address for those of you who just came in. I definitely suggest increasing your protein just a little bit. Okay, so for a 150-pound lady, which is usually like my average woman, now that's a woman for you. I love a woman that's 140, 150, maybe even 160, if it's all proportion, right? I'm just being honest with y'all. Don't hate me. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm just telling you what I like. But for a woman that's in that area and has some good mass, 150, if she's vegan, what I would suggest her take in as far as protein is normally about 70 grams of protein, maybe 70 grams of protein. And if I get a lot of people who are worried and they go, well, I don't think that's enough. I'll tell them to go to 80, 90, but they don't need over 100 grams of protein. Trust me. Okay, I've done this many of times. And for a man, for all of my fellas, I just want to give you an example. For all of my fellas, if you are an average 200-pound man and you're trying to get down to maybe 180 or whatever that is, or you're just trying to bulk up. Okay, I'm 215. If you're trying to get up, you're trying to bulk. I would suggest for a 200-pound man, we need to be doing about 90 to maybe 110 grams of protein. So that's rough. Those are rough estimates, okay? Now, me personally, I just saw that question. We got another question that says, do you bulk and cut? No, I do not bulk and cut. I kind of do everything simultaneously. I play basketball a lot. Well, usually I do. I've been injured lately. But what I do is I fast a lot. So I'm always bulking because I lift heavy, or I aim to lift heavier, heavier, heavier. So that means I'm bulking, because no matter how many calories I'm eating, if I'm putting more muscle or putting more weight on the muscle, then the muscle has to grow in order to get that muscle or get that next weight lifted the next go round. So I bulk and cut simultaneously. I know they tell you that it can't be done, but it's bull. I've done it. I've done it many of times with myself, with my clients, online clients, and it's because we fast. When you fast, there's only one thing the body can do, and that's cut. It has to tap into the stored muscle glycogen and then the fat. So if you store, or if you go through stored fat while fasting, and then you go lift heavy, and then you eat enough protein to get the muscles back on, we're bulking and cutting at the same time. And I know a lot of people don't believe that's possible, but I have done it, okay? And many other people done it. Dr. Noon Amun-Ra, go look at all these people. He's the deadlifting champion of the world, Craig. Not just the city, the world. Deadlifting champion. And I think the guy's like 50 something now. Deadlifted 600 pounds. He only eats 1 hour a day, which pretty much the same thing that I do most days. And he only takes in about 1,500 calories. And that blows people's mind, and they don't think that it's possible, but it's possible. And I'm not just saying based on what I've seen from him. This is what I do. This is totally separate, philosophy, but it's the same thing. He does his own thing. I do my own thing, okay? So we talked about protein intake. We talked about carbohydrates. You definitely need carbohydrates. Ladies, if you're trying to stay very lean, make sure you keep your fats fairly low while you're on your high carb and high protein. And when I say fats low, they need to be about 10 to 15% of your caloric intake. So it's nothing too crazy, but just keep them fairly low, okay? Fellas, you can do a little bit more, 15 to 20%. I don't suggest going any more over that, or just setting a baseline for a 200-pound man to stay under 75 grams of fat. That's what I do. So we got carbohydrates, protein. We talked about working out, which you need to lift heavy. My philosophy is if you go past 10 reps per set, it's too light. Pick some more weight up, okay? Everybody won't believe that. That's just my philosophy, okay? And this is what helps my clients to grow and what helps me to grow. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. I got all of you here. I'm glad I see some of you commenting there. So I'm glad that you are all here. I'm just kind of covering these things that we talked about. Protein, fat, carbohydrates, workouts, and sleep. And I got one more for you. How much water should I be drinking? Now, me personally, I suggest that everyone drinks at least half their body weight in ounces. So for a 200-pound man, you need to be drinking at least 100 ounces of water. The reason why I say this is because you're going to get 30% of your water also from the foods you eat, or juicing or smoothies. That brings me to my sixth thing, okay? The sixth thing we talked about. Now, this is probably my go-to because I'm busy. This is how I do bulking, or not bulking, but this is how I get my calories in as a busy entrepreneur. I work still 14, 15 hours a day. And basically what I'm talking about is drinking your calories, okay? If you are trying to get a lot of calories in, you need to be drinking them. Because if you're trying to chew and eat all of these calories, you are going to hate yourself, okay? okay? Most of my clients drink a lot. We drink a lot of stuff, okay? Lacey, so how much water should I drink, Lacey? That's one of my online clients. Love Lacey. She's killing it in Canada. Love it. My man Matt, he's on here, and I'm sure Tanya's with him. He's also one of my online coaching clients. I love you all. Y'all have so much powerful energy, okay? If you're wondering who I'm talking about, these people are on Instagram right now. But yes, this is what I do for getting the calories in, all right? The way we get our calories in is we drink them. We blend them down, and we basically drink them. Now, I've heard some crazy stuff. I don't know if most of you know who the 300-pound vegan is, but basically he's a football player. He's 300 pounds, and of course he's vegan. And he has to stay 300 pounds. And one of the ways that he does it to keep weight on is he blends up beans, like cans of beans. He just pours them in the blender, and he blends up beans. And I think he throws like some cacao or cocoa powder with, some other stuff to make it taste pretty good. But 3-4 cans of beans, that is a shitload of calories and carbs and protein. That is a lot of protein. And that's how that guy stays 300 pounds. You have to get the calories in, or you have to put stress on the muscles. So that's kind of how we do it. We drink our calories. So if you aren't drinking your calories and you're trying to gain weight, I suggest you start drinking your calories ASAP, okay? So some of the things I would throw into a smoothie while you're trying to get a high-calorie smoothie. One, you can do some beans. I don't do it, honestly. I think it's gross, but that's okay. I'm not being paid millions of dollars to stay 300 pounds. If you pay me $1 million a year to stay 300 pounds, I'd probably do a couple bean smoothies myself, all right? But me personally, I do a lot of fruit in some of my smoothies. So I may load 5 bananas in a smoothie with 12 dates, and then I'll throw a whole cup of hemp seeds in there. So that's good protein and fat. I throw a lot of stuff in there, and this is kind of how I load the calories on. Because if you're lifting, you're doing some cardio, things like that, those calories won't make you as fat as you think they would. Trust me, okay? You can look at all these people who are doing the banana challenge, and they eat 30 bananas a day, and they stay this big. So just know that there's a way around it. So how do you stay motivated? That is a great question. Now, I'm going to be real with y'all. Now, I think this is something people need to hear, because people think I'm some kind of like unicorn, that I have some higher level of understanding or thinking. I don't. Honestly, I'll be honest. I feel like I need to stay at my peak, okay? As a man, I'm very vain, I'll be honest. And as a man that was once fat, I feel like I really need to stay on it. That's what keeps me motivated. I don't want to get back fat. Now, if you are overweight, if you're fat or considered fat, I don't care. Like, I'm not bashing you. This is my personal. The lady just asked me, how do you stay motivated? And that's what keeps me motivated, because I remember pulling on my shirt because I thought people were looking at my man boobs. I remember the day when, I would walk down the street and I would see a pretty lady, but I was scared to talk to her because I was fat. And I didn't know if she would, I don't know if she was trying to talk to me or not, okay? So I remember those days when I wasn't comfortable in my own skin. Now, this is what keeps me comfortable in my skin. You don't have to be this way. You don't have to think like I think. But what keeps me motivated is not going back, all right? I felt like I was a prisoner in my own body, and I hated that shit. I'll be honest with you. I hated it. Everywhere I went, I got treated differently. I made a video about this. As a fat boy, I got treated differently. Now, I go in somewhere with a tight shirt on, all right, show some abs, this clear skin. I get A1 service. People drooling all over me. And this is not me bragging at any cost. I don't want you to think, oh, he's holier than thou, he's better than me. That's not where I'm going with this. What I am saying is people discriminate. And as a black man in the South, I already have one strike against me if we talk about discrimination, because I still have women who clutch their purse when I walk by them on the street. And I'm the nicest guy you'll ever meet. All right, I'm not gonna take your purse, lady. All right, that's not who I am. But these things still exist in the South. I know a lot of you are from other places, you know, California and other things, but I'm keeping it real with you. Here in the South, in North America, Southern North America is still pretty damn racist, okay? And what I mean by that is because as a black man, like I said, I get discriminated against. Now, if I was a fat black man, it would be twice as worse, okay? I'm telling you, because I've been there. So that's what keeps me motivated. I'm sorry, I'm very passionate about that question you asked me. So that's why I'm, you know, sticking with this, because it means a lot to me. That's what keeps me motivated. What state are you in? I am in Tennessee, okay? Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee. So anybody in Nashville, Tennessee, come holler at your boy. We gonna work out or something. All right. But that's why I'm passionate about this, because as a fat black man, there's double discriminations. And I hated that. Okay. So I'm just here to say, look, love everyone, love all of your people around you, because that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to shed love, exude positive energy. So no matter what color, creed, race, religion, size, whatever you are, I'm here to love you, okay, and help you with whatever you need help with inside of the vegan community or fitness, because that's what I do. So yeah, that's what keeps me motivated. I'm sorry I got on my soapbox for a while. That's what keeps me motivated. That's what keeps me going. That's what keeps me on my diet. That's what keeps me on my ish, okay, to help others, because I love to help people. Okay, that's my very, very passionate about this. And I get a lot of gratification from helping others, you know, lose weight, gain weight, you know, get the body that they want and feel comfortable in the skin they're in. So what are your staple proteins? Okay, so I kind of talked about this in the beginning, but I'll go over it again real quick. My staple proteins are quinoa, lentils. Also, there's a new thing called lentils. All right, this is a water lentil. I also like those. There's a lot of new products coming out. I can't talk about too much about that, but I have some products, not my product person, but I know of some products coming out that I get access to because I'm a celebrity, y'all. No, I'm just kidding. That's not why I get that stuff. I just know some people who know some people. And I get a protein that's called, it has lentils in it, which is a water lentil. Has a lot of protein. It's very sustainable. It grows very fast, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good protein. So that's my staple, my 3 staple proteins. I also do chlorella, spirulina, which come from the ocean. Very good proteins. They also have good B vitamins. So those are my staple 5. And at the end of the day, if I haven't got enough protein from those 5, I'm probably tripping, okay? I probably just didn't eat enough. So that's kind of how I roll. Yes, I still only eat about 1 meal a day, and I do like 1 juice or smoothie before. Like I was saying, I got my Martinelli's right here that I'm just kind of sipping on. Okay? So we talked about 6 things, and I really have 7. So one more, which this person just asked me, mass consciousness. Thank you. Do you take any supplements? Absolutely. All right. This is the most touchy subject, because most people are like, I don't want to do powders. I don't want to do supplements because I'm all plant-based. And that's not the case. You got to get off your soapbox on that case. Okay. I do supplements. Absolutely. Why? Number 1, biggest reason is because every fruit and vegetable on this planet, mostly in the United States though, is hella depleted, okay, of nutrients. So if we're dealing with an apple, 1 apple from the United States 50 years ago is equivalent to 5 apples today. So where I'm going with that is, if I want to get the same nutrients that was in the food 100 years ago, I'd have to eat about 5, 6, maybe even 7 times that amount, which is ridiculous, okay? So let's break it down here. Do you do sea moss? Absolutely. I'm a student of Dr. Sabi and Dr. Laela Africa. Don't you know? All right. No, but yes, I do sea moss. I am a student of both of those wonderful guys. So yes, they both told me about the sea moss and to do sea moss. So I definitely do sea moss. But that also, hold on. That is another form of sea vegetables, which is why we eat out of the sea. They can't deplete the sea, not yet. The ocean, it hasn't been depleted. That's where all the minerals they kind of go. So they run down from mountains and they go into the water. The minerals are in the water, so we eat out of the water. However, anything that grows in dirt on the planet, it is 85% depleted of nutrients. So that's why I believe that we should be taking some supplements, not all. So me personally, I definitely suggest a good BCAA, branch chain amino acids supplement. Now, most of your fruits, most of your vegetables, most of your nuts, seeds, grains have amino acids in them. However, 85% depletion rate means most of the stuff that you normally would get is not there. So what do we need to do? You can eat 6 times the amount, or you can go get some amino acids, okay? My suggestion on the amino acids is clean BCAAs, okay? Branch chain amino acids is what that stands for. Go get the clean BCAAs, or some other people have some good amino acids. Amino acids are #1 keys to building muscle. Everybody's talking about protein. Amino acids are prerequisites or building blocks of protein. Okay, so the RNA and the DNA convert amino acids into needed protein for the body. So that's how it goes. So if you are looking for the correct type of supplements, that's one. Okay, now BCAAs is usually made up of maybe 3 amino acids, and I'm gonna get real sciencey if I can remember them. One of them is L-valine. The next one is leucine and isoleucine. So L-valine, L-leucine, L-isoleucine. Now these amino acids are usually like the 3 that like really build muscle. So that's what you'll see in most amino acid supplements. However, I also suggest going to get another amino acid, which is kind of controversial. And the reason that is because people don't know what the hell they're talking about. Creatine is also a very, very, very good amino acid that you can take as a supplement, especially if you're trying to gain some muscle, okay? So if you're trying to gain some muscle and you're looking for some good amino acids, those 2 supplements are good. Creatine is not as bad as people think. A lot of people think it's bad, for one, because you got these studies that talk about people's kidneys and livers, you know, and what they don't tell you is that the study is on meat eaters, okay? Now, creatine is already in, you know, it's already in meat, especially red meat, cows. So a lot of bodybuilders already take in loads of steak and other crap. I'm trying to gain weight and muscle and make myself a meal plan. Can I email it to you to get your input on it? I guess you can. If I can make time to it, man, I'd love to check it out and I'll let you know my input on it. But the creatine in the red meat is what a lot of bodybuilders shoot for. They're trying to get a lot of red meat. So when they do the red meat and the creatine supplement, they get too much because the body already produces creatine. So you're getting it from 3 different areas. Yes, you're going to get kidney failure. Yes, you're going to get some lashback from your body. However, when we go vegan, the first thing we do is we drop weight. Why? Because, one, the mucoid plaque that was in the body that was packed against the walls, the cell walls, is starting to drain out. So we lose 10, 15 pounds as soon as we go vegan, mostly. Most of us. So when we lose the mucoid plaque, we get smaller. Then, 2, we're not taking in any more meat, so there's no creatine in it. So the body's kind of like lagging behind. So I always suggest my clients to take some creatine, just a little bit, okay? 5 grams is all you need. It's not gonna hurt you. The body already makes it. And this is not just coming from me. This comes from my doctors that I've trained with and trained. Creatine is totally fine. So we take creatine that helps to build a little more muscle, that also helps to, now of course a lot of you are gonna go, doesn't that just put water in the muscles? Yes, you're right. But what does water have with it? Nutrients, okay? So we're taking nutrients to the muscle. So that's what's going on here. So that is my second and probably my best supplement. Outside of that, I don't suggest pre-workouts. I don't suggest any really pill forms of anything. If you want some good multivitamin-ish type things, I do sea moss when I can. There is a drought on sea moss. My son's 7th grade health teacher told him that there's no such thing as a vegan bodybuilder. Okay. Well, when he came home, I showed him your account and others. That's what I'm talking about, baby. You got to get that done because a lot of people think that it's not possible. So my lady just came home. That's why I'm waving it. Hey, baby. So that's what basically is going on is a lot of teachers and other people who don't know much about nutrition or anything, really. They're telling our young students that, oh, you can't build muscle, or they're, bodybuilders don't exist as vegans, okay, which is crazy. Do you suggest vegans take a B12 supplement? Absolutely. If you can't, here's my thing. If you can't or aren't willing to go find or get the source, the food source of B12, then you absolutely should be taking a B12 supplement because it's needed. We talked about B12 earlier being in sea vegetables, which is where people, they kind of miss, I don't know where they miss it or if it's not really popular, but sea vegetables have B vitamins, B12, especially chlorella and spirulina. Go look those up. They're really good. They're sea algae. One sits low, one sits high. I think spirulina sits low and chlorella sits high. So yeah, go check those out. Seaweed, the seaweed habit. Seaweed is not as strong, I don't think, with B12. Seaweed has a lot of other things though. So seaweed salads, all the other stuff, definitely get the seaweed in. So outside of that, sea vegetables, period, are gonna be the best thing for you. Trust me, okay? I've been doing it for a long time. I love my sea vegetables. So if you really want some B12, protein, other B vitamins, even omegas, omega-3 fatty acid, omega-6, omega-9, go to the ocean, okay? Let's see. Yep, learned in dietetic school the same about plant-based and lack of protein. Lots of misinformation given in school. I agree. And that's in college, and they're giving misinformation. And it's, I know this is very hard to talk about, the whole college thing and what they teach, but I try not to go hard on the teachers because we have to realize that they can only teach us what they were taught. So maybe some people just don't know better, and that's okay. However, there is a new kid in school. What is it? There's a new kid on the block, okay? And that's veganism, and that's what we are working with. And a lot of teachers, now I've taught at, various institutions around here. MTSU, which is Middle Tennessee State University, TSU, I've taught some of those professors, and they had no idea what I was talking about either. So it's not just your school, trust me. And these people were doctors. Once again, a lot of my clients that I train here in town are doctors. Went to Harvard Med, went to Duke University, some of the best colleges, and these are surgeons and they don't know nutrition. So don't feel bad about that, okay? It's a lot of misinformation out there. Are most of your clients vegan or converts through your training? That's a great question. Yes, most of my clients are converts, and that's why I tell my, what I want to call them. That's why I tell my very strong-willed vegans that are trying to convert everybody, either you're vegan or you die. I try to tell them that you can't be so rough on people because we want to convert more people, correct? Yeah. And if we want more people to be vegan, we have to work with them while they're not vegan. So I remember a while back I posted there's a picture of a meal plan I did for someone who was converting to veganism, but it had some meat and dairy in it. And they were like, this is bad. Orange juice is bad. And I said, look, we have to start them where they are. So that's, yes, most of my people are converts. And once they get on the vegan lifestyle, they love it. And they never go back usually. Actually, I have a 0% chance of them going back because they feel great. And, they usually end up having more energy, being able to work more, make more money, things like that. So yeah, that was a great question. All right, I'm gonna take 3 more questions and we're gonna wrap it up. It's been about an hour and Instagram's gonna shut us down in a minute. So step in the right direction and keep moving forward. That's a great message. I love it. I tried the kale salad, bro. It was great. Appreciate it. Mom, that's what I'm talking about. That kale salad is the bomb, all right? You all don't know what he's talking about, go on my Instagram feed and you'll see a kale salad. I think I'll put the recipe on there. Go check it out. Let's see. What's good, bro? I'm back in the city. Let's link up. Oh, Q Daily. That is my brother, actually, okay? Q Quentin is his name, Q Daily. That is my brother. What's happening, bro? Yeah, we got to go hoop real soon. I miss you. Hadn't seen you in a while. Can't wait next week. That's right. He's talking about, basically, this is one of my online clients. He's in California. And he's talking about getting off the detox week, which is his detox week. Next week, he gets to eat some of those kale salads and other things that we're talking about. But right now, he's fasting. So y'all don't talk about too much food while he's on here. Could you share some benefits of veganism and the reproductive system? That's pretty good. Okay, I'm going to make this my last question because this was supposed to be about building muscle on a vegan diet. But I love that question, and I love to help my ladies. So when it comes to the reproductive system and veganism, we have to think about digestion. Everything starts in the digestive system. Everything. I don't care what they told you. It starts in the digestive system and it goes from there. Now, when you deal with the reproductive system, a lot of waste gets spewed over from the digestive system, okay? Because if you think about it, they're right, really, really close to each other. So we have a lot of waste going through the body, i.e. liquid poop, liquid manure is what we call it. When you have a lot of liquid manure going through the body, through the blood runs through everything in the body, all of the organs, all of the reproductive system, the digestive system, the brain, it runs through everything. And when poop is in the blood, poop gets in the reproductive system. That's the big issue. So going vegan allows your digestive system to clean out. It has lots of fiber. Most of you who have gone vegan know that it's a lot of fiber in a vegan diet, and that's what helps you to poop, okay? So for some people, I've had clients who've come to me that weren't vegan, that went vegan, and they go, oh man, I'm pooping every day now. And I'm like, oh, how much were you pooping at first? And a lot of people go, every other day or, twice a week. And if that's you, you got an issue, not just in the digestive system, but probably the reproductive system. Probably, she's laughing. Yeah, but it's true. Probably in, the brain. All of these things can have poop, or what we call liquid manure, running through them. This is the reason arms stink, because, there's poop in the blood, and this is where one of the lymphatic dumping zones are. So, long story short, eat your veggies, eat your fruit, like your parents told you to, kiddies. And you will get a lot better result from your digestive system. The more you can poop, I know that sounds weird. Let me say it another way. The more you eat, the more often you should poop. And if you aren't pooping, then we have some backup, okay? I fasted for up to 7 days, and I was still pooping on the 7th day. So I want you to know, it's a lot in there. We got 30 feet of digestive tract, okay? So that's kind of where I'm getting at. Yes, poop. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. We definitely have to get the poops in, y'all. That's just, part of it. The faster we can get it in and get it out, the better. And the reason why, and I'm going to end with this, okay? And then I'm going to sell some stuff. How about that? All right. I'm going to end with this. The reason why I suggest getting it in, getting it out, is because the longer it stays in, the more you get putrefaction. And if I left anything sitting on a counter somewhere, it would putrefy, would rot, mold would come out of it. If it's meat, you would see maggots come out of it. That's what happens in the body. Whatever you eat, if it stays in there, things come out, mold and bacteria and all nasty, all kind of nasty stuff. Okay, makes sense? Okay, good. I'm glad that makes sense to you because I know I'm kind of going a lot of places with it. So that's why it's very important to get it in and get it out as quick as possible, okay? I'm going to wrap it up for today. If you want to see more of these videos or you want to share it, go to my YouTube. For those of you who don't know, It is youtube.com/C, the letter C, /Tay Sweat, TAYSWEAT. For those of you who want to do the online coaching, like some of my people who are on here sharing love you all. Go to IamTheVeganTrainer.com/services, okay? And I have, a couple options there, meal plans, online coaching, to where we do, I have an app that you can get in. I make your workouts. We do coaching calls kind of like this. We do, everything. I text my clients every morning, okay? I text them every morning for the accountability. We have an accountability group. We just showing all kind of vegan love, okay? So that's what we have going on. For those of you who also want to get access to more of these videos, like I said, go to my link in the description box on Instagram, for my Instagram people, not you, YouTube. I know you already know the deal. And the link will be posted in my Instagram. So outside of that, DM me, message me, email me at info@IamTheVeganTrainer.com, and I will get back to you with any of your questions and answers that you need, all right? Outside of that, I love you all. Peace and blessings to the family. I'm out.